What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Driver Hayes, back at it again with this cow art driver that think he could just cut in front of me and make me punch my brakes at the last minute while I'm driving up a hill. But it's all good though. I see he didn't want to be in front of that dump truck hauling all of those rocks. Huh. But yeah, man, I just wanted to holler at y'all real quick. Right now I'm in Kodak, Tennessee. I think I'm on 40, but yeah, I am on 40, so I think I'm gonna be rolling up on Nashville pretty soon. And I'm on the way to Fort Smith, Arkansas. Anyways, yeah, what I wanted to talk to y'all about today was, I guess, AI. There's been a recent news coverage and a lot of coverage, just of recently talking about autonomous vehicles, down in the Texas area. I want to say Tesla is in Austin. They got a lot of different robotics companies that came from Silicon Valley to Texas. And yeah, man, they're all full steam, fully accelerated on the road to pushing more and more AI vehicles, self-driving cars, self-driving trucks, and all of that is fine. Honestly, I'm not gonna say that I believe it'll be a huge issue with truck drivers. I think it will affect the company side the most. Owner operators, we should be good, even though it might slow our market down a little bit, but I doubt it. And that's because you can see, like, the way that the politics, the world politics, the government politics, you can see the way that it influences these companies to behave and make the decisions that they make. So in the world of AI, artificial intelligence, more and more companies are now being requested of their consumers to produce more and more items. Like, you could think maybe 30, 40 years ago, it wasn't a need for a lot of different tools, a lot of different, worldly possessions and everything. But now with the use of social media, consumerism has really taken the lead. Consumerism is really running fully effect with the people now, and people are online buying every single thing that they want, every single thing that they see. If one person has it, everybody's got to have it. And we didn't really have that issue before social media, but now we have that issue, and now these companies are trying to keep up with the demand that their customers want. So they can't do it through regular workforce. They can't do it through regular employment of civilians inside of the United States. They can't even do it with the legals. Be pushing more and more artificial intelligence to basically, for one, to cut off Asia. Asia already cut off a lot of our top United States manufacturing companies that were there, and started to make their own copycat companies. So what Trump's trying to do is to have a lot of these companies to come home, bring their operations home, make jobs available for a lot of citizens, but also to create more and more, not more jobs, but allow them to use artificial intelligence so that they're not overly being pressured to spend more and more money to create these products. So for one, that's going on the manufacturing side. Trump dropped the United States, Mexico, Canada agreement, to where United States, Canada, and Mexico are all going to start, working in coordination with each other to, manufacture goods, to import, export, everything that all three of our nations need on a daily basis. So that's going on. But on the trucking side, the AI is going to be good also, because they always say we don't have enough drivers. You know what I mean? I don't think we don't have enough drivers. I think that the point is, well, I think the point that a lot of these companies are coming to realize is that they can't afford so many drivers. You know, you see a lot of companies now cutting hours, not requiring people to work as many days as they used to. You know, 5, 6 days a week, now going to 4 days a week. A lot of those company jobs who were having their drivers work 14-hour shifts every single day, you know, tiring those drivers out, having those drivers quit. They're going to start launching more and more artificial intelligence or autonomous driverless vehicles to be able to, you know, drive up and down, back and forth up and down, back and forth the highways, basically hauling these materials that are necessary to keep production up to par. Again, I don't think it will really affect the owner operators, but I see how it could. And actually, I'll just say I hope it don't affect. By the time it will, it'll be 5 to 10 years, and I'll be on my way up out of here. Yeah. So, damn, cuz, what you got going on? You need to clean up that truck. So, all right. Enough of that. Let's talk about my AC right now, man. Cause y'all see, man, fool got the windows up. Look, I ain't gotta ride with my windows cracked no more. With my back curtain open, so that air can circulate from the front to the back. I fixed the AC system, baby. And that's after maybe 5 or 6 mechanics looked at it, man. I promise you, man, y'all need to chill. Y'all need to go ahead with all that. Don't do it yourself. Come see a mechanic with credentials. Come see an authorized mechanic. I'm licensed from Texas to Louisiana to the Delta, up to Memphis. Man, get out of here, cuz. A lot of y'all be capping and don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna tell you, my AC unit, it was jacked up. I was getting this code, right, saying that there's no power to the AC compressor. That was the code. Now, I was getting an SPN number also, suspect parameter number 52 something, and it was talking about the SAM cam. Well, I replaced the SAM cam, right? And I was still getting the same code. I go talk to this mechanic at a Freightliner. He go run his power probe to it and everything. Oh, it's getting power, huh? But it's not kicking on.
Myles, keep left.
I said, well, would it kick on? I don't have any Freon in it. He said, but it's showing that it's pressurized. I said, yeah, maybe from hot air. And he was like, well, he's like, if you want my expertise, I'll tell you that, what he said, if you want my advice, he said, so I could just tell you to get a new compressor. I think this one's dead, right? Did me like that, right? So boom. I was like, you know what? All right, bet. I got an old compressor at the house that I took out and I thought it was bad. So boom, I went to the crib, put that compressor in. Guess what? Same code, right? So now I'm ruling out that the compressor is bad. I'm like, all right, so my compressor still got to be good. I'm like, so maybe it is an issue with me trying to fill up my own Freon and do my own vacuum at home. I said, maybe I need to go to a Love's or something. Maybe I'm not getting, you know, enough pressure into the AC lines to be able to fill it up so that it can kick on. That's how I'm thinking, right? Until I went to the Love's, and if you seen like in the last episode, Love's ain't do nothing but try to finesse me out to $730, right? Because he was saying, oh man, yeah, it's kicking on and everything. But for some reason, every time we turn the truck on, it's giving us a code and it's turning right back off. So now I'm like, talked to the manager. I'm like, so you said it did come on and it was cold? And he was like, yeah. We was like, when I touched it with the power probe, he's like, it kicked right on. So now I'm sitting there thinking, right? So I'm not a, I will tell you this, I'm not an auto mechanic, but I do have a lot of experience with electronics and building computers, right? So now my programmer's mind is thinking like, all right, so if A is good and C is good, then B is the problem. B gotta be the wiring. So I'm like, all right, bet. The dude, the last thing he said before I left, man, if I was you, man, I'd take it to a professional mechanic, maybe the dealer. He said, I get all your lines checked, man, they gotta be a bad wire. Cool. I ain't listening to that. He said, I went to Harbor Freight, I bought a power probe, right? I'm at the house with the power probe the next day, and I go find out how to use the power probe on YouTube. You know, I follow this guy named Francisco. I can't remember his last name, but yeah, Francisco taught me just about everything I know about trucks, right? So boom. I hope his name is Francisco. If it's not, you never know. So look, I take the power probe, boom, I touch it to the power line. After I hook up the ground to the AC, I touch the power line. Did you know? Boom, this thing kick right back on. So I'm like, all right, fam. Okay, so this gotta be the issue right here. This line from the AC that's supposed to go to the AC compressor down to wherever it's going gotta be the issue, right? Me, like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I grabbed that wire and I followed it. I followed the wire, right? Boom, I'm tugging at it. I lost track, got my track back. I followed the line all the way to the end, right? I got my head all up in the engine. And so, boom, I grab one more time. I feel something jiggling. Like, oh, hell no. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Let me tell you, bro. The end of the wire going to the AC compressor was not plugged up at all. Wasn't plugged up. All right, check this out. I want to show y'all this AC compressor. All right, y'all. So look at the AC compressor here, right? This connector is only, you know, AC compressor to the clutch, right? This controls the clutch. So this red wire will be the one that kicks the power directly to the clutch. You feel me? But this wire up here is all right, my bad. But see, this wire up here, this is the wire that feeds the power to your whole your AC compressor. Okay? So this is the clutch, you know. Clutch is the spinning device. If it's not spinning, it's no good. Place the whole compressor, right? But see, so here's the power line, right? So if you follow the power line, it's here. It comes all the way here, right? And if you're not lazy, you can track it to see it goes there. Stick your head in here like this. It goes all the way here, right? And so you're saying, all right, this is it here. All right, so this is it here. You follow it all the way down there, right? And it goes right there on the starter. I don't know if you can see this bolt right here, but that's where the AC compressor plugs in, right? That's where it plugs in. I felt around, and in my hand I came up with the connector to the AC compressor, which baffles me that none of the mechanics decided to do that. They just automatically started diagnosing me with a bad compressor, bad SAM cab, bad clutch, you know? So I just wanted to share that with y'all. You know whose fault that was? My fault. It was my fault, right? Because I do my own work. So maybe 3 or 4 months ago, my starter went bad. I'm down there with my cousin. We in Lumberton, we in L-Town. I get him to go to the truck stop. Like, I send him the money. Boom, I send him the money through Zelle. Like, yo, hey, bro, I need you to go grab me a starter, man. My truck won't start. Man, I'm gonna stay out here all night and put it on. Cool. Cuzzo stood out here with me, put it on, kicked right back on. It was cold outside then, but you know, everything worked. Fast forward 4 or 5 months later, 3, 4, 5 months later, it turned out the whole time that one wire wasn't plugged up. So that tells me that the mechanic from the Freightliner didn't check that wire. The mechanics from the Loves didn't check that wire. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure I had another mechanic look at it. I had a mechanic at one of the TAs look at it, and at a Southern Tire Mart look at it. None of them thought to go check the wire. But you know who thought to check the wire? Me. And that's why I do my own work. And that's why I don't like getting ripped off by these shady ass mechanics. We take a shade tree over shady any day, baby. We take a shade tree mechanic over shady mechanics every single time. And that's what it is. And I almost feel like I should say, and that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold says, yeah.
Right pocket, pink 50s, left field with blue strips. I've been out here ballin' every day, I feel like blue chip. I can tell that she won't taste me by the way she lick her lips. Too much talking out your neck, it had me pulling from my hip. Modern day slave, iced out chain, fast whip. I don't do no basic, I only want a bad bitch. I don't ever talk to 12, I just shop at Saks Fifth. I just made 100 racks and put it in the mattress. And I'm pouring white hot, we ain't pouring no tris. You gon' tell her what she wanna hear, I ain't lying to a bitch. Sliding through your block, put your hands down cause we don't box. And ain't doing body shots, bitch, we aiming at your top. And you know I lead the flock, and you know I feed the block. Bitch, my hustle never stop. Hold on. Got the key to the city, and you know I got it locked. Why they momentum flop? I be leaving bitches shot. She go blinded when she looking at my fucking neck. My pocket's fatter than the bitch, can't even move my leg. Making money moves, no time for stress. Hit the strip club and I leave that shit a fucking mess. Facing in designer, nigga dripping in finesse. Rap Balenciaga, more dollars than you can get. Money talk, speaking fluent in that cash flow. From the shadows to the limelight.